Okay, this is the video and verbatim portion. It is the final assignment. As you know, I'm an intern and counseling student at Liberty University, completing my training to become a licensed professional counselor or marriage family therapist. In my case, it's an addiction counselor. As part of this recording and training, my professors would need to review my counseling skills in session via video recording to give me feedback and assist me in providing the best care and support. Therefore, I need you to acknowledge you have been informed about how these recordings will be used and provide your permission and consent. So basically, this is Sally, and I'm reading the consent, letting her know that this is being filmed. The professors at the school will look at the video, and we're actually not using her real name, we're using a pseudonym. But this is just to let her know she's been informed. She has signed a consent release form as well before we begin the session. So just for a few things, because I've been working with Sally for quite some time. She has been in Detox for 3 days. After those 3 days, she completed the 21 day, which will make it a total of 24 days in treatment at ARCA in Winston, Salem for alcohol use disorder. My personal opinion, she's came very far in her treatment, and we want to talk about some of her goals, her experience here, and what she plans to do with what she's learned when she leaves here. So first question I want to ask you is, first 3 days in Detox, how was ARCA? How was your experience with that?
It was hard. Just not being able to do my everyday stuff. You know, I normally go to the store, get me 2 6-packs, and that's normally, you know, my breakfast. And, you know, I do eat something later on in the day, but that's normally how my day goes.
Okay.
It was hard, just getting through those first 3 days.
Okay. All right. And I know your experience, like many people that come through the door, their first day when they arrive usually, and it's not to group people together, I usually get told by 98% of the people is that when I ask the question is, when is the last time you used? They often say, today was the day that I used. Being that those first 3 days were gone, then you did your 21 days, being on day 24, do you feel any different without the substance, without using alcohol, or do you feel indifferent? How do you feel about, reaching day 24 in a place with no substance? How do you feel about yourself?
I definitely feel different on day 24 than I did on day 1, 2, and 3. I feel more grounded. I feel more clear-headed and more level-headed.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going through a lot. I feel like I can actually attempt on going towards my dreams and goals.
Okay. All right. And I do think that's a great transition point when we talk about the goal aspect of therapy, because when someone first initially arrives, there's an intake process where we gather information, demographics, financials, insurance, really the things that help set up the assessment process. During your assessment process, we talked about things you went through, things you overcame, and then we talked about a portion of your goals. And we always have 3 goals. And I remember I actually remember all 3 of your goals, but the first goal that you mentioned was getting back to normal. And you had talked about the first 3 days of your normal being waking up, going to the store, getting a 6-pack or maybe 2 6-packs. So what was that normal before then? What was that normal that you were trying to get back to before?
Well, I was clean for excuse me. I was clean for a really long time. Probably like 8 or 9 years. I was in rehab before, and it had helped me out a lot. And I lost my mom, and it was really, really hard. I really felt like I had no one. She was my world. She was there like to pick me up when I fell. She always believed in me and gave me hope. So when I lost my mom, it was, that was my world. So I just fell right back into old ways.
Okay. So, understanding that particular portion of having your mom there being your support, like your backbone, being that strong foundation of support, and I guess the normalcy that you somewhat are trying to explain is a point of safety, and whether there had been a person or just a particular way you were living your life, you're trying to get back to like a safe and peaceful portion of your life of if I can hear that correctly.
Okay.
And like honestly assessing it is, you can't we can't bring people back that we want, and I think that's a real sad, unfortunate aspect of being a human. Like, we lose people, but we don't lose the feelings that they gave us, like while they were here. And I think that you can still have that safety and peace that she gave you in her memory, because completing this program, you making that brave decision to come here, I'm pretty sure she would be proud of you. So, losing someone, you'll never be able to bring them in. That's a hole that's, impossible to fill. But do you feel that you somewhat made your mom proud by completing the program, by making the decision to come here on your choice, because you didn't come in handcuffs, you wasn't forced to come, you made the decision to come?
I do. I do feel like I made her proud because she's always loved me no matter what. But she always wanted to see me at my best. She always say how I glow. Tell me how I glow when I'm sober.
Okay. All right.
She would be proud of me.
Well,